Hari Om everyone. We will contemplate on Sankhya Yoga 2.22 today. Vāsānsi jīrṇāni yata vihaya navani grihṇāti naro parāni tata sharirāni vihaya jīrṇāni anyāni sanyāti navani dehi. As a person sheds worn out garments and wears new ones, likewise, at the time of death, the soul casts off its worn out body and enters a new one. Vāsānsi, garments, jīrṇāni, worn out, yata, as, vihaya, sheds, navani, new, grihṇāti, accepts, nara, a person, aparani. Correct, sir?
Aparani.
Aparani, yeah, others. Tata, likewise. Shariran, bodies. Vihaya, casting off. Jīrṇāni, worn out. Anyani, others. Sanyati, enters. Navan, new. Dehi, the embodied soul. So, let's contemplate on this, and each of us can come out with our understanding. Who wants to go first?
Yes, ma'am. I'll start. Santoshi.
Sure. Please go ahead.
I'll just start with the shloka.
Yeah.
Vāsānsi jīrṇāni yata vihaya navani grihṇāti naro parāni tatha sharirāni vihaya jīrṇāni anyāni samyanti navani dehi. Which means a person as a person changes the dress and changes one of his shirt or cloth, giving up the old one, the soul will similarly change the body by giving up the old one, which has become useless. This is what I understand. I'm audible?
Yes, please.
Yes, ma'am. This is what I
any more points to add?
No, I understood, ma'am. I understood.
Okay, yeah.
There is no question. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Shailaja ji, you want to go next?
I think it's almost the same. So when reincarnation or transmigration takes place, the body, sheds the, Atma sheds the old body and moves on to another body. So that is what, like Krishna says, every morning you change your dress, and once that dress becomes small for you, you discard it. The same way you discard the body when it is of no more use to you, and when the karma and whatever is equalized or something. So that's what I understood.
Krishna ji?
Yeah, quite similar. So basically, like the soul transfers, the soul transfers to another body, and which is not permanent to us. The temporary things we know out, and it's move on to the next body for the new journey and experiences. Yeah, that's.
Isha ji?
Shobhaji, one correction here is that, soul will be there. It's only the Sukshma Sharira which, leaves the body and goes. Small correction.
Okay. Isha ji?
It's almost the same, even as far as I understood it. Like, after our job is done with the given body, what we are doing, same like clothes. Once the work is done with this body, the soul goes to the next life. You have anything to say? No. That's it. I think Ravi has nothing. Same thing.
Okay, yeah. Arjun ji?
Ma'am, I'm in a very busy area. I don't know whether I'll be audible or not.
You're audible right now.
Right now I'm
Arjun.
audible.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm just getting somewhere. Right? So, what it means, in my opinion, is that it is not just reference to the soul and the body leaving the soul and all. It's got a greater reference than that. See, basically, it also shares it says, Krishna, what Krishna is trying to say here is, he's trying to say that, okay, one is the end of the life, that body which is given, which is that like a worn cloth, which after its purpose is met, then we just ensure that discard that cloth and we enter into new cloth. Now, that's one interpretation of the end of life. But apart from the end of life, what, in my opinion, Krishna is referring to is the fact that every day, we have something like how well have we lived that day, so that we need to shed the things which are not like a balance sheet, like what is it we are going to carry forward, and what is it we are going to leave behind, and what is it we are going to have something within us which is going to serve the future purpose. Now, one is to leave behind are we going to leave behind in such a way that we have lived the day in such a way that it's going to be of greater purpose and service to me and others, and have I lived the day so that it's given the purpose, the meaning, the contribution in a positive manner, or have I done something in such a way that I have regrets to carry, which can be a heavy burden in future. I have something which are not desirable to carry, or I'm carrying hatred to the future. What is that I'm carrying? So in order to see that I carry forward something which is of lighter, which is useful, which is going to be beneficial, is something which has been referred to also. And that giving up the body or the discarding like a cloth is just an analogy. It is not about end of the life. It's also about the day to day. In Kannada, there is a very good shloka, a poem which says, Manava Shodhuspeku Nitya. That means every day we have to ensure that we cleanse our minds and also take into account the papa and punya what we have done on a day-to-day basis, so that we can find the distinction between what is righteous and what is not righteous, and see that we ensure that we do more of righteous thing and give up that one which is not righteous. That's my opinion.
Thank you, Arjunji. Hari Om Sarvananji.
Hari Om Shubhaji, Hari Om Vijayji and all.
Padmaji, you want to share?
Yeah, I think I also have a similar opinion like the rest of them shared. So I also want to highlight that just like I want to focus on one aspect, that just like when we change clothes, we don't experience any pain, right, while changing clothes. Similarly, what I feel is here, when the body is worn out or it is of no use to the soul anymore, the purpose is served, so then it leaves it behind and it moves on to take up a new body. So there also I feel the point about the pain, then there is no pain when we understand this aspect of death, that there is really no death for us, but it is only like changing clothes. Then the pain and the suffering associated with death, the fear associated with it also kind of vanishes, because we have the right understanding of what death really means here. So you also get a different kind of courage, right? Normally, the limiting aspect for us to function in this world itself is that fear. From, if you see from certain aspect for certain jobs, that fear is there of death, of what will happen. That gets eliminated, I feel, once you have established this understanding of death is really not meant for you, but it is just like changing clothes. You are obviously going to get a new body. So the soul is not being touched in any way by anything. Neither can it be burnt, neither can it be cut. So that is one aspect. Also, I really like the take that Arjunji also shared, that it is not only about the body, but it's also about how you are going to take forward what you reflect upon what you do every day and take it forward. That is also there. And another aspect that I was thinking about was here the reference is to the end of the lifetime, right? The death is mentioned as end of the lifetime, whatever that age is for us. But I also had a thought like, is the body not changing every day, every minute? Millions of cells are dying each day, and then million other new cells are also getting born. So that way, if we see, we are changing our clothes every day only, probably every moment as well, right? So that was another aspect I thought about. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, Shubhaji.
Thank you, Padmaji. Saravanan-ji, your take on this?
So the way I see here in this shloka, the focus is on the body, where like if one looks at, like if there is a constant focus on the body, the changes it's going through, and trying to extend it, putting efforts on that, all that, basically it's all on the outward nature. Any comment? Am I audible?
Yes, Saravanan-ji, carry on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is on the thing that is seen, right? So it is very easy to see the body, and the context here being where Arjuna is seeing the bodies when he's trying to do his work, and identifying the body with the name, and the name and the form, right? And that's where Krishna is trying to say that this body is not the real one. It keeps changing. It's what you see is the appearance, and it is not you. Oh, okay. I think Arjunji, maybe you can go on mute. Yeah, right. So when the focus is more on the body, that's where the ajnana it's at its peak, and we are constantly worried about the changes, the disease, the aging. While with this shloka, what Krishna is saying is, hey, that is changing, like how you are changing your clothes. For Atma, it is just one of the things, and so the focus then is like the focus then is like, okay, if I am not this body, then like who am I? It shifts there basically, right? And that's where the understanding what one has to have is, what is changing cannot be the real one, and the one behind this change, which is the Atma, right, which is continuing even with the death of this body, right? So the focus has to go there, then the question comes like, how long then, like, why does this happen, this cycle of this death of this body and birth of another body? That goes back to, that is the main question to be asked. That goes back to, like, what is that one is trying to do? What is the understanding you have, right? And that's where all these things, people have different purpose in life. I want to be like this, I want to be like that, I want to achieve this, I didn't get a chance to do this. Okay, so those vasanas is what, like, getting registered and like driving this cycle of birth and death, because you are constantly chasing after them. That is number one. And again, number two is with the ignorance of I am this body and I have to achieve these things, whatever karma one does, again, that adds up to, that influences the cycle. And that's why we see that some are born in poor countries where, like, they're suffering, while some are born in a different place, in a different family where they seem to be materially enjoying, while some are born in a family of knowledge where they are learning right things, right? So that karma, what we are doing, one is doing, and one is associating himself or herself, is along with the vasanas of what one wants to do, is basically driving this cycle of birth and death. While the one behind it, Atma, remains the same. It just witnesses and it just keeps powering until the day comes when, like, to give an example of our Narada's story, right? Where, like, he wanted to understand the power of Maya, of Lord Vishnu. And then, like, he gets into this Maya trap. And when he calls out, right, Narayana, and that's the time he says, okay, now you remembered, okay, what happened? then he figures out, oh, okay, so that was all, it was all an appearance, and because I forgot my nature, I got into the trap. So it's a pointer to that find out who you are truly, and not go after the things, because even if you try, you are never going to able to hold it. You cannot stop the body from aging. You cannot materially get infinite wealth, okay, or infinite power. You will not be able, one will not be able to get it, anything in this Maya, in this materialistic world. Okay, and once one figures out and then starts turning the right direction, you basically that's what we call liberation or moksha. You're putting an end to the cycle. Yeah, I'll stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Anand. Sir.
Is there anything you would like to share first, Shubhaji?
So the basic essence of this shloka is change is inevitable. So we cannot do anything about it. So carry on with our lives and accept the change. And this is in addition to what everyone else has said.
Excellent.
I just want to add, I remembered one point Prabhuji made on the change or what one sees, where he says that, like, all these bodies are all programmed computers. Okay, it is already programmed what you see, what changes you go through, and the one who's going through that cannot change the program because it's already programmed. So that's where the ignorance pushes one to say, like, I can do it, where we add more fuel to the ego fire and, like, try to go after things, right? Yeah, I just wanted to add that. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's examine this idea called body and death. So when we think of body, we generally think of, the body that is visible to our eyes, that we can, kind of touch and feel, right? Now, that is what we can call as the body that is available for our sense perception. What we see, hear, the five senses, right? So the body that is available to the sense perception. But there is also your sukshma sharira, your inner body, subtle body, that you do not perceive from your senses, but it is there, which is what you call as your mind. Ultimately, this gross body, whatever the body through which you operate in the world, or you see others operate in the world, where is that gross body seen? Ultimately, in your mind, isn't it? Even for your own body, how do you know your body exists? You know it because you've seen it, you smelt it, like that, through the five senses only, your body is there. And where is that you're seeing this so-called outer body? You're seeing that in your mind. So in that sense, we can call this outer body, or the body that is available for your five senses, as the sthula, gross body. Then a sukshma, or subtle body, is there in your mind. It is as if like, you all would have seen these voodoo dolls, right? What is the voodoo magic? Some black magic is there. You would have seen in a movie. They take a doll and they say, now this doll, if I put a pin here, it is going to hurt the actual person. So, the black magic person, says some blah, 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 and then pushes some pin, and there somebody is going, oh, right? You would have seen such things. Sometimes it may be funny, but some of it, some people who have gone through it say and believe that, it is very true. So something here, a small body, small doll, is affecting something, somewhere else, right? In a similar way, this gross body is actually, you're operating in your mind. Just notice a little deeply. Where do you have a male or a female body? It is in your mind. Where do you know what is the weight of the body, height of the body, whether you can run, swim, whatever that so-called physical feat that you think you can do, where is that first and where is that you're operating this body? Here in the mind, isn't it? If let's say one of you is a good singer, our Arjunji is a good singer, if we say, can you please sing, Arjunji? First he starts singing in his mind. The song comes in his mind, and then he is singing, and that subtle operation, that he does in the mind, comes out through the gross body. This is where the subtle in the mind, it is in a thought form. The body is in the form of a thought in the subtle mind, or in the antakarana. In the mind, it is a thought. So the thought then causes a change in the body. So somebody like Arjunji opens the mouth, and we all hear very nice melodious song, like how our Shubhaji chants the shlokas, right? So very soothing, very nice. So the thought to come out through the body, there is a movement which is happening through prana. This is the, in a very simple way, the mechanism of how the thought in the mind is coming out through the body as an action. In one sense, therefore, what we can say is that body really exists as a thought in the mind, right? So now, when you look at it like that, how many thoughts do you have per day? They say as many thoughts as the number of breaths. Or sometimes they say an average human being has close to about 30,000 thoughts per day. Various numbers. Depends upon, what their state of the mind is, what their various kinds of sadhana or the practices. So number of thoughts can vary. But generally, an average human being who's very active in the world tends to have somewhere around 24,000 to 30,000 thoughts, they say. So in one sense, those many bodies, like already our Padmaji said, every moment there is a new body, isn't it? Not just only in the terms of the gross body. At the most subtle level, at your mind level, a thought occurs, and when you give attention to it, that manifests. Say, for example, the thought, I want to drink water. So that thought now is nothing but I am a thirsty person. So now the thought is a thirsty body, or the body now is a thirsty body. And now what it does, it seeks water. Water is drunk because usually water is kept in the kitchen, and usually kitchen is also decked with all other kinds of items. You go there, oh, this is nice cashew, I'll just take one. So now there is a temptation body, and you take one cashew, nice. And let's say it's raining heavily. And then as it is raining heavily, and then as you put one cashew, you feel, wouldn't it be really nice if there was some steaming cup of coffee? So now you have a coffee body. So now so like this, if you really look at it, every moment the body is changing. Every moment there is something new happening. One is leading to another. You started off by wanting to drink water. Now you probably ended up, you all would have heard that wonderful story of that sannyasi. So apparently there was a sannyasi on the top of a mountain. Somebody told him that in order to attain moksha, you have to give up everything, okay? And go and sit somewhere else, isolated place. So he thought he has to give up everything, means he has to give up everything that he possesses. So he gave up his money, clothes, everything, and only one kaupina, and he went and he sat. But unfortunately, wherever you go, there would be some or the other situation of life. So in the place he was, there was a rat, and it used to come and nibble at his kaupina. Very sad, no? So there was one villager who used to come, and he said, I will give you some kaupinas. But he said, I want to sit and attain myself, attain moksha. I don't have time for all this washing nonsense. He said, don't worry, there is one widow lady in our village. I will have her to look after you. You please do, Maharaj. So he was very greatly influenced by this sadhu who had given up everything except one kaupina. So okay, so he got in, and that lady came. And you all know, like one of our Bollywood movie, one thing led to another. And then after many years, when somebody goes up to that mountain, now you see there's one big bungalow and many children playing, and there are so many people working in the field. And somebody said, where is the sadhu? Oh, and now they talk about that sadhu. Oh, that sadhu, go to that house. Now he is married. So like that, it is one thing that leads to another. So many bodies. So many bodies. You're constantly moving from one thought to another thought. You're constantly moving from one thought to another form. A thought emerges, a new body has taken birth. Now, you You play with that body for some time, and then you get bored. You're enough of cashew. Now I want to go and probably sleep. Okay, so cashew body is gone. Now the sleep body has come. So now you go and sleep. So cashew body has died. So it has died, right? No more cashew body. How much cashew can you stuff? So cashew body died. So like that, the cycle is perpetual. There is no end.
Yeah, just one comment here, like it kind of is it like looks like coming from subconscious mind, right? Like I am not trying to do, but then like these thoughts come, they make this body engage, and then like leading to the next until
I'll come to that. I'll come to that. Yeah. The point to understand clearly is there is a thought chain that one thought leads to another thought and another thought. It's a chain of thought. Right? So it's like you've eaten cashew. So now you feel maybe thirsty. So you want to drink some hot thing. And now you have to make coffee. So as you can see, one desire, the thought, has led to the next desire. And once when that is fulfilled, the next one. So like that, it's a chain. It's a chain of thoughts. Or it is a chain of bodies. And you are constantly moving from one to another. And then, when the wife comes and scolds you, okay, you've done all this nonsense in the kitchen. Could you not have cleaned? Now there is a fighting body that emerges. What do you think? Am I supposed to be cleaning all this? So like that, some are the other nonsense of life, right? So like that, the chain of bodies is what one normally goes through. Now, no one really examines, like how Saravanan-ji prompted, no one really examines, okay, what is the source of this thought pattern? Why am I running from one thought to another thought? Why am I running from one body to another body? When you examine closely, what is that, you're really seeking from that particular action? It is fulfillment of some desire. Why? Because you want to feel kind of, happy by doing that, isn't it? Why at all are you eating cashew? Why at all are you drinking water? Why at all are you doing whatever that, you're doing? So fundamentally, when you examine, you are moving from one thought to another thought, that is one body to another body, only to fulfill. And by fulfilling, what is that you're seeking? Some kind of a sense of enjoyment. When I'm eating that cashew, there is enjoyment. You're becoming one with that cashew. You're becoming one with that water. You're becoming one with that coffee. So like that, you're enjoying. So in that time, you feel fulfilled. You feel kind of, nice, right? But what is that you are seeking truly? You're seeking some sense of enjoyment. So there's nothing wrong with any of these things that you're doing. So don't get into the feeling that you have to also give up everything and then only with the kaupina go and sit somewhere. That is not what is being said. What is being pointed at by Sri Krishna is that when we look at the gross body, we can clearly see how the gross body is changing continuously. And what is death? Fundamentally, whatever that was is no more there, right? That is what we call as death, right? And when you look at, look at this very picture, like any other, any person's, physical transformation, right? Now, when you look at the baby, then after some months, that form is no more like this. If you look at what I'm pointing at in the mouse, so if this is the, let's say, the form that came out of the mother's womb, after some months, if this is the way, that baby appears, this form is no more there. So in a way, you can say this has died and this is the new body, right? So like that, when you look at it, like how already our Padmaji said, moment to moment it is changing. If you are careful enough, If you notice deeply, you can become aware of it. You yourself can notice that. Some nails would be growing, some, mustache or beard or hair would be growing. Some or the other circles will be coming, some wrinkles, some or the other change, which you can notice. Or generally, when you see somebody, after a few days or few months, you suddenly say, oh my God, you've become fat, you've become thin, oh, you've gone down, oh, what has happened to you? Oh, you look very ill. So all these things are reference to the body. So in a way, you've never really interacted with the same body. Please notice. In a way, whether your own body or somebody else's body, you've never really interacted with the same body more than once. That's just for a moment, we take it so lightly and take it so granted. But reflect on that. Your own body or somebody else's body, the same two bodies have never really interacted more than once.
Only the memory kind of gives that continuity, but.
So in reality, the same body is not there.
Not there.
Now, how it is happening so is only because you're registering that. Like this photo, here you can see a transformation of this particular person. If let's say you are the father or the mother to this child, for you, all these transformations are happening right in front of your eyes. You may not even notice. If you look at your family album of your children, you will say, my God, this is, my Muddu Krishna, my Muddu Bangari. Now, something else, right? So like that, you will be saying, you are so chubby, so sweet, all that we do. But, there's a change. So where is that, you're giving continuity to all this change? Where is that continuity exists? Is it also in the memory? No, because even in the memory, it is simply a storage. Memory is simply a storage. It's like a snapshot. You take your mobile, you take a picture, click, and it goes into memory. Next moment, click, goes into memory. Next moment, click, goes into memory. These memory snapshots are there. But who is giving continuity to all this? So there must be someone within you who is not changing, isn't it? Who must be noticing all this change. So now that which is noticing all this, which is able to recognize the change, cannot be changing. So that which is not changing is the one which is giving life to all this change. Much like, think of like a movie, you've gone to a movie theater, you're seeing on the screen. So there's a movie coming on the screen. But what is really happening? There's a projector and there is a reel that goes in front of the projector. And when light comes on the reel, whatever is imprinted on the reel gets projected onto the screen. And the reels are continuously moving. And the light is simply shining. Reels are moving, light is shining. And on the screen, you think movie is happening. Is it really happening? It is not really happening. It is simply light is falling on the screen. And in between, there is a film. And because the film is moving, you see as if the screen, on the screen, there's a movie happening. So you are like that light. And the thoughts that are coming and going are like that film, the reel. And the world or your life is like the movie. So Krishna is drawing our attention to this wonderful magic, this miracle that is happening every moment. And he is, by helping us recognize this miracle, when you become aware of this miracle, then the association that is there with a particular body can be dropped easily. Because the suffering in life, the pain in life, the worry in life is only because there is a deep sense of attachment to one or the other body. So remember, what is a body? Body is not just the grass. The thought, fundamentally, it is a thought that is the body. So it is a deep sense of attachment that you carry towards a particular thought, which is the body. That is the fundamental source of all kinds of tension, worry, anxiety in life.
It can be either the past or the future also.
It can be about anything. It can be even in the present, whatever the impression that is coming, that impression also is being interpreted in the mind. So that is also causing certain thoughts. So it's an interpretation or the commentary of the present also. But in a way, the interpretation of the commentary is nothing but the past only. Because by the time you interpret or comment, the present has already slide, is flowing. Yeah. So, like how Shubhaji wonderfully put it, the only constant in life is change. So the only constant in life is change. I would like to add one more phrase to that. And you, as awareness, is the witness of that change.
Unchanging one.
So you, as awareness, is the witness of the change. And life is nothing but a constant change. So there's a beautiful English phrase. Nothing is permanent. It's a wonderful complete statement. From one angle, nothing is permanent. So when you see all the things are coming and going, all the thoughts are coming and going. So nothing is permanent, right? No thought is permanent, no body is permanent, no form is permanent. It's constantly changing. But the wonderful fact of that phrase is, nothing is permanent. When you realize you are not a thing, you are not a thing, you are not a form, you are not some form, you are no thing, you are no body. The whole pain of the world, our life, is because you believe and you act like you are somebody. When you are somebody, then you're bound for this life and death situation of life. And what comes with it? Suffering. When you're somebody, there is suffering. When you're nobody, not that you have to become nobody. You are already nobody. Realize that you are nobody. You are not a body. Oh, then is it that all my money, possession, my degree will go away? No. It is not that. You still, even after this session is over, you can continue to go and say, if somebody asks you what degree you have, you can proudly say whatever degree you have or whatever title you have in your company. That is not what is being said. Realize you are nobody, but right now playing the role of that somebody, whatever that somebody may be. Husband, wife, mother, father, boss, that degree, whatever body, Indian, whatever body. So nothing is permanent. So Krishna wants us to realize that. So that way, you can now, instead of suffering in this sea of change, you can now simply say, wow, what a wow creation is this. No two bodies are alike. Just notice, no two bodies are alike. There must be trillions and trillions of forms. No two leaves are alike, no two fingers are alike, no two eyes are alike in your own body. And no two bodies are alike. In the entire history, there is only one Vivekananda, only one Ramana Maharshi. No two bodies are alike. No two moments are alike. No two thoughts are alike. What a miraculous creation it is. We want entertainment. We sit in front of this television, this mobile, and we go to movie. For what? Entertainment. Ayo, so boring life. Same husband, same wife, same company, same people. Ayo, every day, same grinding. No. And to escape that, you want to go to some other movie. But look at this movie happening right in front of you. There's such a tremendous, miraculous movie happening. Wow.
When you go for this shopping, they say, right, this is a unique piece, only one made. There is no other. So, but then like manufacturing, you can make a same thing, but this is like handmade, only one like this. Yeah.
That's why you have a very instinctive feeling for creating something in life. All of you feel you have to create something new.
Yeah.
None of you like same old boring things. Whatever, it may be a song, it may be a dish, it may be writing, your own expression. But all of you like something new, fresh. I want something fresh.
That goes back to the nature. Yes. That's the nature.
Yes.
Of self.
But don't get into American habit. Americans are not, I'm not making a general statement. It's like they divorce husband and wife because they want something fresh. You don't really need to. So the wife you married,
that is because of unable to accept the change.
The wife you married,
Unable
husband
to
you
accept
married,
the change.
is every day new. Every moment is new. So enjoy.
Sir,
Yes, Arjunji.
what I feel is, in the context of what you said of America, they think that they are married a body and not consciousness. And that's the problem. I think that's an issue.
So when the vision of life or the understanding of life is limited to only the gross, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. But the thing is, it's a very limited understanding. You look at life only in the form of the gross.
Yeah.
So that's why you want a nice body. You do so much for the body. Now, please don't stop wearing your cosmetics. That's not what is being said.
Again,
Unable to accept, no, do all the things to look same.
and one more thing is, they give so much of appeal to, they say something like sex appeal. Then they say something like Miss World and all. In our case, it's more of grace and it's more of divinity. When we say a woman, we can always say the divine look, the graceful look. We hardly use something called sexy look.
Correct.
So what are we referring to a woman as? It's important.
Correct. Because at the end of the day, when your vision of life or your understanding of life is based on the externals, then you're going to focus on the gender and the body parts, and you think it is something for consumption or enjoyment. But when the vision of life or the understanding of life goes deeper, what is functioning in that other body? What is making that body function? It is not the body parts. It's the same consciousness that is shining through you, is shining there.
Manifesting in infinite ways.
Manifesting in infinite ways. So that's
Yeah.
the deepest, in fact, that's the deepest meaning of namaste. When you say namaste, it is like you are recognizing the divine in the other. Whenever you say namaste, see, the two hands come together. It's like there is a male and the female energy, the Ida and the Pingala. They come together and you are joining them and you're bowing down and you're recognizing the divine in everybody.
Yeah. Correct.
And there's another
also
wonderful, there's another, sorry Arjunji, one more point and then you can say, there's another wonderful way of looking at namaste. Na aham aste. When you bow down, the me is not important. It is the me that blocks me from realizing this divine.
Yeah.
So na aham aste. Yes, Arjunji.
It is really the ego going down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone else have any question or any other points to add? Isha ji, anything to add or ask?
No, sir. Actually, nothing. Huh? Sadhguru. So no, I was just telling to Ravi, I just heard Sadhguru's one video. Okay, somebody told him like, I don't know the full chatter of two people talking to him. So he was saying, why is this ego like this? Then he asked, where is this ego? Then ego is it somebody else doing? He said, no, ego is something within me. So he said, when you are doing something good, you don't say some other name. But when you're doing something wrong, you put the blame on something called ego. Ego is also you only. So why are you saying ego? My ego did it. Say you did it.
Yeah.
So just saying when Sarvanaji said ego, no, so I remembered that.
True. When you are able to take complete responsibility, job done.
Exactly.
Shailaja ji, any points from your side?
No, sir. I'm just listening to everything. Thank you.
Is it all making sense? Is it all bringing clarity?
Yes, very much.
And sorry, my line got cut. Na aham aste ant ಹೇಳ್ರಿ.
Yeah.
Andre na aham andre I complete meaning answer ado.
So the entity called ego, so for example, how great I am. I'm a boss of a company. Or you know who I am. I'm the husband or the wife or whatever, right? All these, that is what we call as me, right? Who I call as me? There's if somebody is asked to introduce, they usually introduce, I'm a based on the gender, I'm a male born in such and such a place, I'm born to such and such parents, I have done that, I have done this. So they talk only in terms of what is that their body is and what is that their relationship is to somebody else. So all these identities, they are okay for life. But are they the real identity of you? So these artificial or these made-up identities are not real. Na aham aste. They are not.
Literally meaning is na am.
Na aham aste means I do not exist. Means that I, these made-up I's, they do not exist. They are not existentially real.
And coming back to this using, yesterday I met one person whom I really admire, and she's a very, very beautiful lady also. Then the moment I met her, I told, then I met her and I told afterwards that when I saw you walking in, I felt that divinity was walking in. So the context of referring was divinity was referred to consciousness.
Mm.
And I never said you're looking beautiful, nothing, just divinity. And you're and it was apt also. So hardly we hear that in a context of Western context where people will talk about such things. And that's what I have not heard of. When you're talking about the earlier things which the line got cut. So again, the reference is, what am I referring to? Is the body or the mind, or what am I referring to? That's the thing. That's what it comes to. And that doesn't mean that everybody is gives the same expression here. It doesn't mean that. We should not paint the picture of India is great and all those stuff. That also is not right. So it's an individual state of mind. That's all.
Correct, Arjunji.
Going back, it's your thought right now.
Yeah, it's my thought right now. It can change tomorrow. It would have changed yesterday. It would have been different yesterday. It can change tomorrow. We don't know. Yeah. I need to be vigilant about it. Or more than vigilant, can I be more in the state of like Sachindananda Swarupa Shivananu Nane? Can I be in that, or will I become like I am the body, I am the mind, I am the intellect? Now that is the choice I got.
Yeah.
One more thing I'm just wondering, Vijayji.
Yeah.
When you explain, it becomes so crystal clear. And I never even would have thought the way you would have thought about it. So how do I work towards the evolution towards that is my question, which I'm asking for quite some time.
The honest answer is, I don't know.
Okay. Because if I want to convert that as a model, which I usually do in my programs, I convert everything into a model. So what is a model which can be looked at, is something which I'm wondering. Okay, I work on myself, I do all those things are fine.
It just happens like this, Arjunji, that as the contemplation goes on, and as there is different viewpoints emerging, so something emerges, and as it is being expressed, it takes its own shape and form. So most often, I do not come to the session with a particular plan of what needs to be said. There would be some idea. There would be some understanding, but not the expression itself, not the way to explain itself. And it just happens.
Okay.
And Vijay also, the sound is coming out of Vijayji, and again, what each one gets is also different.
Maybe, yeah.
It is in your state of mind, or like how you are giving interpretation to those sounds. And then you are again, one is going to use the thought to convert that sound into, aha, I like it. Right? Oh, it's now clear to me.
Right.
I think it's the blessing of the Sadguru that what comes out is exactly what needs to be said at that time.
And that is true for each of the sounds. It is not
Yeah.
just
Yes.
human.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Just Vijay, to add your point to Arunji, as you are telling, right? It is not there will not be a same person. So there will be definitely a change, and there will be definitely a like. I mean, there will be no like. A similar way, it needs a lot of practice, dedication, and as you told, you have not come by any plan. You might be having a high level plan, but as you go into the subject wise, the knowledge and the the jnana what you have is what comes into thought and the words comes out.
Definitely all that comes into play. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. I remember, Vijayji, that I think that day we discussed that you said when Swami Vivekananda stood up to talk, he didn't plan to say the words that came out first. It came out, and he didn't put them with expectation that everyone will stand up and clap. It just happened, and again, everyone did not plan to stand up to appreciate his the way he addressed. It just happened.
Right.
So in that way, I see even a moment is unique.
Yeah.
You cannot hold on, try to repeat that moment.
Absolutely. Because that is against nature.
Yeah.
Wanting to repeat is against nature, which is the fundamental source of all tension in life.
Mm-hmm.
We want every child to be toppers.
Topper. But but other way also I want to see, Arjunji, but your nature is also that there is something which says that I want to be, but what we are going through these sessions is to point that you in fact are that only. You don't have to become that. So something is blocking that natural you. I think then the practice we are going through is to drop that screen.
See, there are two parts to it. One is Chitta Shuddhi, which is constantly, which is what is happening right now.
Correct.
And the second thing is the level at which I communicate to the world, the way he's communicating the world. That means which is a state at which consciousness state or the body, mind, what state has been communicated. And the third one is the skill to communicate. Okay, it is an integration of three of them, in my opinion. So that's what is the thing which I am thinking of.
Yeah.
So that's sort of, but amazing in terms of, good.
I feel
that's
the
what makes
intent behind
satsang, Arjunji, very unique. See, the shloka is being repeated so many times.
Correct.
But each satsanga is unique.
Yeah.
Because the minds that are gathered are unique.
Correct.
This shloka may not necessarily
absolutely
be
and you
the exactly same way. Of course, the kind of the pointer would remain the same, but the way it unfolds may not be exactly the same.
Absolutely. No doubt.
Yeah. Shubhaji, you want to chant the next one? And
yes, sir. Yeah. And then we'll go to the closing prayers. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantyapo, na shochayati marutaha, Weapons cannot shred the soul, nor can fire burn it. Water cannot wet it, nor can the wind dry it. This shloka we will contemplate next week.
Thank you, Shubhaji.
Thank
We'll
you, sir.
stop the recording of the contemplation here.
Yeah.